trampoline. A trampoline is a device consisting of a piece of taut, strong fabric stretched over a steel frame using many coiled springs. Springs. People bounce on trampolines for recreational and competitive purposes. So, here is your strong fabric, also known as taut, apparently. So here's your strong fabric with your steel frame. Here's a steel frame, and using many coiled springs. So here, there's little springs all along the outside of the trampoline here, and the people bounce off of the trampoline. So people bounce on the trampoline, or you can say bounce off the trampoline, because you're going on and then off. So you could say people bounce on or off trampolines for recreational and competitive purposes. Recreational just means for fun. Like this person's doing it for fun, but you could do it competitive trampoline. Like in the Olympics. I wonder if they have a picture here. What the heck? Yeah, here we go. So here's competitive trampoline. They jump on here and they start flipping around. The fabric on which users bounce, commonly known as the bounce mat or trampoline bed, is not elastic itself. Elastic means stretchy, like you hit it and it stretches down and then stretches back. So that's elastic. So it's not elastic in itself. The elasticity is provided by springs. So we say elasticity to refer to this being elastic. So we could say the elasticity of the trampoline is very high if it has a lot of bounce to it. So the elasticity is provided by the springs which connect to the frame. So this is the frame, this whole outer part here. And the springs, I wonder if we have springs. And the spring, these are springs, also known coil springs. See the word coil here? Because a coil goes around like that. It's a coil spring. See here it says a spring is an elastic object. It's elastic because we can stretch it. So anything that can be stretched is elastic. So a spring is an elastic object used to store mechanical energy. Springs are usually made out of hardened steel. Small springs can be wound from pre-hardened stock, while larger ones are made from an annealed steel. Now this is getting kind of complicated. I think I'll go back. Let's go to early trampoline-like devices. So this is something that's, if it's similar to a trampoline, we say trampoline-like. So early trampoline-like devices. It is said that a kind of trampolining was, this is another way of saying trampoline-like. Trampoline-like, a kind of trampolining. That's kind of the same thing. It is said that a kind of trampolining was done by the Inuit people who used to toss each other into the air on a walrus skin. Something like the sheet used by firemen to catch people jumping out of burning buildings. There is also some evidence of people in Europe having been tossed into the air by a number of people holding a blanket. Let's click on Inuit. Here's the Inuit people. So they would have here's some fur here, and they would take this fur and they would jump on the fur and shoot themselves up. Apparently, yeah. I see the Inuit are a group of culturally similar indigenous peoples inhabiting the Arctic regions of Alaska, Canada, and Greenland. I wonder if they have. Oh yeah, see, that's where they used to. Well, they still live there. Some of them, very northern.